gentlemen, now we're going to begin the session on building sustainable cities, building a greener future with Indian MSMEs. As we face rapid urbanization, environmental degradation, and climate change, the need for sustainable cities is urgent. Indian MSMEs are uniquely positioned to drive this transformation through their innovation, agility, and commitment to sustainability. MSMEs in India are leading the way in green technologies. From renewable energy solutions like solar and wind power energy to energy efficient appliances and sustainable building materials, these enterprises are reducing our carbon footprint and promoting environmental stewardship. By adopting and scaling these technologies, we can make our cities more energy efficient and less reliant on fossil fuels. In conclusion, Indian MSMEs are crucial allies in building sustainable cities and a greener future. Their innovative solutions, commitment to sustainability, and community focus make them vital contributors to our urban landscape. Let us support and celebrate these enterprises as we work together to create cities that are economically vibrant, environmentally sustainable, and socially inclusive. I now request Mr. S.J. Vijay, founder and chairman, Salmon Leap Ventures, to come up on the stage. Mr. Uday Bhaskar Rao Aburu, CEO and Managing Director, IRAM Technologies, to come up on the stage as well. Mr. Vinod Vasudevan, Chief Revenue Officer, Aeroy Inc., to come up on the stage. Mr. Jitesh Srivastav, Country Head, Franchise Rocking Deals Circular Economy Limited, to come up on the stage. Our next speaker, Mr. Jitesh Srivastav, Country Head, Franchise Rocking Deals Circular Economy Limited. Mr. Srivastav brings extensive experience in retail management and investor acquisition. He spearheaded Rocking Deal's franchise division, expanding its footprint in the circular economy industry across India. His strategic vision and market insights have been instrumental in driving growth and ensuring customer and partner satisfaction. Sir, we request you to speak a few words.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. So, we are talking about, building sustainable cities through circular economy. We all are aware that, living world have been around for a million of, few million of years, and will be for a million of years more or more than that. In a living world, living system, there is nothing that we call, landfills. Instead, there is only, material flow. So, one species waste is others, requirement in some other way. Sun, produce energy for the system, and things grows and dies, and nutrients again, returns back to the soil. But we humans adopted a linear economy wherein we take, make, and waste. That waste that we are talking about has created such an enormous problem in our, environment. Nowadays, every one of us is suffering with this, environmental changes, global warming. There are a lot of health issues due to air pollution, contaminated air, contaminated water. Now, to resolve all those issues, we have already spoken about how urban development can use retrofits to ensure that the same things or limited, items can be used to prepare the buildings. Sir has already explained about that. Here at Rocking Deals, we are resolving the issues related to electronics, e-waste, garments, and plastic wastes. So the waste that we are talking about, there is enormous waste that we can see here, like related to e-waste, electronic waste, due to rapid innovation in technology, your gadgets, your anything you talk about in your home, your TV, your fridge, your refrigerator, or anything related to electronics. It's changing rapidly. And just because of the aspiration of people that you need to have, a latest model with you, we are changing these electronic gadgets. Or, for example, let's talk about, lifestyle. Lifestyle nowadays, the garments that we are wearing is, is accountable for 10% greenhouse gases, globally. Only lifestyle. Now lifestyle, the garments is not biodegradable at all. The way electronic items are like mobile phones or any other gadgets or plastic bottles, the garments are also not biodegradable. So considering the fact that these are the major challenges that we are facing in our society. And sometimes one fact is there that what is good for environment and what is good for economic growth doesn't always match up. Now matching up that requirement wherein we are making money out of this business and then we are also considering and creating a good sustainable society is something where the intellectuals or entrepreneurs have come into the picture on a larger scale. This is not one person's or like there is no one solution or easy answer for a sustainable development. But yes, there are a lot of companies and societies, they have come up nowadays to make sure that the product that they are using, their environment is secure, what they are buying, their how they are using the product, how they are the manufacturers, how they are manufacturing the product, what kind of product is being manufactured at their factories. So this kind of awareness are being generated nowadays in every community or like business houses if we see. So e-waste, like we have already discussed there, these are the challenges that Rocking Deals Circular Economy Limited is taking care of nowadays. Changing waste, other electronic waste and bio-waste, e-waste. So when we buy any gadget or when we have something which we don't want to use, we don't know where to throw it or how to extract value out of those items. So just because of lack of information and awareness and lack of refurbishment or collection center in our society, we are helpless to dispose of those materials, and eventually that is going to landfill and creating a lot of problem in environment. So Rocking Deals is working on a 3 principle. So main 3 principle in re-commerce or like circular economy is 3R principle, which is recycle, reduce and reuse. So our journey started, Rocking Deals journey started back in 2002. It's been almost more than 2 decades we are working in this category only, wherein we are we have tied up with a lot of brands, whether you talk about electronics, garments, manufacturers, or any big electronic houses or garment houses, whoever have a leftover stock or unusable stock. So initially we started with that, and we grew up to a level wherein a company is now listed in the same category. So our main focus, considering all these 3 principles, is to recycle the product, reduce and reuse. So we have a setup there at this company is based out at Faridabad, which is in Haryana, and we have a facility of around 3 lakh square feet wherein we have a recycling factory. So we procure the product and we recycle there at our factory. We ensure that the product is being properly used in a proper manner, and So we reduce the usage of brand new product. We try to reduce so that like we cannot eliminate the usage of brand new product, but yes, at least to the some extent wherein we are ensuring that the people, whoever is using this product, either he uses that product or that product is being passed to someone else who is really required, who really required that product and he is not able to afford that. So we can get that product from you and get it, recycled and, give it to, pass it on to someone else who really needs that, rather than, throwing it away into landfill or spoiling our atmosphere. This is what I was talking about, like what we do, we source from all the manufacturers, all the brands, all, anybody and everybody, whoever is something in electronics or plastic or garments, we procure from them and then we bring it to our facility and we ensure that the product is, properly either usable or, our main effort is to ensure that there is less product or waste is, generated or like remain with us, which we will liquidate through a different e-waste channel. So that it will ensure that it is not going to the environmental for the environmental cause. Now the main the process, the way we are creating the sustainable cities. So we have a process wherein now we are talking to multiple government states, wherein we will establish our collection center in different states. Now how that collection center will work, like we'll have people there, they'll talk to the societies, of course with the collaboration with the government, and anybody and everybody, whoever has something which they don't want to use, they'll bring it to the collection center. Now, once we are receiving at a collection center, we'll ensure that either that, immediately first thing what we'll do, like we'll pay him back, we'll evaluate the cost of that product, and immediately pay something tangible to that person immediately, so that he'll be focused and he'll be spreading that word of mouth in their society, that if somebody has something which he is not using or they are not using, they can liquidate with our facility. They can go to the collection center, they can drop it and get a value out of that. Now once we have got that product, we'll do proper quality check of that product. If it is repairable, we'll repair it and sell it to the market. If it is not repairable, then we'll distribute it to the poor. If it is at least 80% functional or 70% functional, we'll distribute it to the poor, donate to the poor society or somebody who is underprivileged, who doesn't have access to such kind of brands or that kind of product. Or we'll, send it to the e-waste facility, wherein we'll, extract the valuable metals or materials out of that product. We conserve the, energy of that product, their, valuable materials, and then we'll, dispose it off. So this is what like our idea is. So community engagement, wherein we'll be donating to the local communities and charitable organizations. So something which is not sellable in the market, we'll donate it to the society. And this is going to be, of course, like environmental by diverting surplus inventory to Rocking Deals facility, wherein we have L4 level of quality check setups, and we do proper quality checking and ensuring that it is not going to landfill. So it will help our environment to, maintain their nature essence. Economic, this is, as I said, like, nowadays there are two kind of people, one who can afford, other one who cannot afford the things. So what our idea is that somebody who can afford, and he is like, that product, some product which is not, now in use for them, we can buy from them, and then we can sell it to the people who really really not able to afford at that price. And that way, like companies, we can make money out of that, this opportunity. Future vision, like we can expand sustainable practices, enhancing recycling and refurbishing capabilities, lead in waste house management solution. So since we have started this Maitri project for this, to build the sustainable cities, and in this Maitri project, we have started talking to multiple state governments, and through that, we'll create that sustainable, operational thing between all the government and, our management. And we'll streamline the process wherein we are getting proper, product from the states at a different collection center, and then we are executing it to a different level, wherein effectively we are reducing the carbon emission footprints and then converting into, financial thing which can, of course, grow our economy. So impact of benefit, of the Maitri project, we have already almost discussed environmentally, sustainability, waste reduction, resource conservation, community engagement, economic growth, improved public health, innovation and technology, global leadership, and long-term sustainability. So as we know, by 2030, India is going to be a this is expected, will be a third biggest economy in the world. And that is accounting for 8.5% of global GDP. And if that happens, the global market for this recycling or refurb or e-commerce industry will be for around $4.5 trillion. And even if we, capture 1% out of that, there is a market of around 380 million. Just I'm talking about Indian market. So that's the growth and potential of this particular industry. So this is, this is a business wherein we are creating a maintained society, creating a sustainable society, sustainable livelihood, good environment, and reducing the problems that we are facing nowadays with the global warming, environmental challenge. So all those, things will be taken away by such kind of organizations who is coming up in the market nowadays. Like as Rocking Wheels, we are pioneer in this category. We started, as I said, 20 years back. And, similarly, there are a lot of organizations are coming up in this trade. And in multiple, verticals, few of them are doing, as Sir said, in urban development, building infrastructure, creating zones, cycling passes, creating, green roads and other stuff. So we'll be, taking away all those electronic waste, which will help us in, Rocking Wheels. This Maitri project will help the entire society in waste reduction, environmental sustainability, all those stuff that we have already, covered up. We are also innovating in technology. We are also working on some, we are, integrated with some IoT, and we're working on a, mobile application, which will be very easier for the community to communicate and to understand how they can, liquidate their items which is not usable with them and which they have to get rid of. So we'll make it very easy for the people by, reaching them with an application, which we are working on that. Driving growth through environmental leadership, stakeholders, value, government, citizens, and environment. All we have almost, in brief, we have discussed how government is initiating and taking partnership and, participation in this journey of, eliminating this carbon emission, though it cannot be eliminated, I believe, as per my knowledge, but he has to reduce it and make this atmosphere, comfortable and easy to stay and live for generations to come. The government is taking a lot of initiative. As I said, we are already in talk with government, and almost we are about at a verge to sign the MOU with them for at least 22 states, wherein we'll be setting up our, collection zones. For the citizens, so as I said, our priority is to immediately pass on the tangible benefit to our, citizens, whoever has anything who wants to liquidate, doesn't want to use that and wants to liquidate with us, will pass on him the tangible, benefits to them. And will ensure that, not ensure that we are already doing that, we are ensuring people are getting aware of how and why these products should not be sent to the landfills and how it is impacting our atmosphere. So in 20 years, we have almost a database of customers whoever is connected with us, around 10.5 lakhs throughout India, and we are reaching to, like, our reach in entire India is like, we are available in almost 13 states, which includes Northeast, entire seven sisters of Northeast, Hyderabad, Telangana, and other states, wherein we are already present in some of the other way, whether we have our unit stores, franchise partners, and they are selling such kind of refurb products in the society and community. Only what we have to do, we have to connect the dots. So we already have our setup there, and we just have to ensure people should come and meet them and drop their products. So for that, a complete mechanism is there, and it's going to help our environment. So this is what we're doing. We're doing strategic partnership for refurbishment. So we are extending the product life cycle. When we are buying from the brands, we are checking it, extending the product life cycle. Then we are selling it to the partners, and conclusion is that it is saving our environment. So initiative by the government and the private sector. So government, Indian government has already taken this initiative back in 2021, wherein the project name is, it's already there, Gandhian E-Waste Management System. So in 2002, government taken this initiative and, have identified around, 10 major cities wherein government will facilitate all the infrastructure to, from the collection to transportation of the e-waste. So government is already taking the initiative in collaboration with a lot of partners, wherein we are also one of the partner and key partner and biggest and largest partner in this category, and with the bandwidth of reaching to throughout India from east to west, north to south. So role of private organization, as I said, we are working as a private organization and in joining hand with the government and working to eliminate this problem and make a city sustainable. This is again about the global challenges, and globally, it's not a challenge of India only, it's a global challenge. So a number, if we can see, approximately 1 billion meals worth of edible food is wasted globally each day. And in 2002, global e-waste generation, rose to 7.8 kg per capita, out of which 1.7 kg per capita was properly managed. So see the delta between what is being generated and what is being treated in the market. There are a lot of global efforts and initiatives are being taken care by the global players. This is our, in short, planning, what we are doing. We are pioneer in surplus inventory, procuring for all the business houses, factories, and other stuff. Focus on sustainability and efficiency, sourcing surplus inventory directly from the brands and factories, and recycling and refurbishing these products. And impact, we understand, we have already discussed the impact of the circular economy. You want to take a picture, right? You would take. Sorry, this one? Thank you, that's all.